Medich also lost to Louis Tion. So Medich with a record of 2 wins, 2 losses this year against the Boston Red Sox. Lifetime against the Red Sox, he's won 2 and lost 4. On the year, Medich has won 18 and lost 14. Still a chance to win 20. His counterpart, Bill Lee, has beat the Yankees 8 consecutive times before losing to them 8-0 on August 5th. That was his last appearance against the Yankees. In that game, Lee went 7+ innings and allowed all the runs at 14 hits. Oh, Bill Lee in 1974 against the Yankees, he's won 4 and lost 1. And overall, the left-hander's won 17 and he's lost 13. The score once again in Baltimore, Detroit 3, Baltimore nothing. Tigers still batting in the top half of the second inning. Mickey Lolich for the Tigers. And Ross Brinsley for the Baltimore Orioles. This ball game at Shea is about ready to get underway. Tommy Harper steps in for the Red Sox, and stepping in behind the mic, Frank Messer.
Okay, Bill White, thank you very much. Harper is hitting .236. He's 3 for 7 in this series. Don Medich hangs loose on the mound, takes the sign. The kick here is the pitch. Fastball is cut on and missed. This game is underway. Tommy Harper took a big rip at a Medich fastball. They open the middle for Harper. Mason plays him in the hole, so does Alomar. The next pitch. Breaking pitch inside. Took something off of it, 1-1. Juan Benitez is on deck. The outfield of Pinella, Maddox, and Mercer spreads out for Tommy Harper. They used to play him Bill to pull a lot more than they do now. 1-1 delivery, low and away. 2 balls and a strike.
I think it's the ballpark. When they play in Fenway, they really take Maddox and swing him around way over to left center field. But in a park that's more symmetrical, as is Shea, they play him more or less straight away.
Medich has gone behind him, 2 balls and a strike. The doctor ready and deals. Fastball is bounced out to third. Nettles has it near the bag, throws, and he's safe. Throws in the dirt, scooped by Chambliss, but Harper beats it out. You can almost see that one coming, Bill, with Harper's speed.
Harper can really scoot. Of course, these guys still have a chance. The Red Sox aren't out of it yet. They're just 3.5 games back. And Harper really turned on the burners and made it safe at first base.
Well, the leadoff man is on. Chambliss will hold him. And the batter is Juan Benitez, the center fielder. Benitez has had a good series, 4 for 10. Batting .275 overall. 5 homers and 33 RBIs. The Yankees play the infield for the double play. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Medich is going to have to pay a little bit more attention to Harper. He's letting him walk off the base to get a walking lead on him. He's going to have to stop him.
Harper can steal a base and will try to. He's stolen 27, been thrown out 11 times, and Medich hurt you. Threw over there. The umpires, Brass at the plate, Luciano at first, George Maloney at second, Jerry Newdecker at third. The next pitch, he bunts, pops it up. Medich takes it, spins, no play at first. Pop up off the third base side of the pitcher's mound. Medich came charging off the mound, waved Nettles off of it, took it himself, and there's one away. Batter will be Carl Yastrzemski. He has a 300 hitter, 15 homers, 78 runs batted in. He was quoted as saying today that the Red Sox certainly haven't given up, but it also looks pretty hopeless. Kind of guy that'll do his best to keep him in it, I know that. Left-hand hitter spreads out in the box, holds the bat straight up in the air. Medich deals, he swings and rips a foul into the Yankee dugout. Strike 1. Yaz is 3 for 9 in the series. One of those 3 hits a key triple to drive in 2 runs in the first game yesterday. Medich comes set. Checks Harper with a look and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Burns went by him. Yastrzemski had a big rip at it. And now he wants the plate umpire, France, to look at that baseball.
The first of 2 down in Philly, Frank. The Philadelphia Phillies beat the New York Mets 6-2. The winner in that ball game was Schuler. He's 11-15. The loser, Seaver, 11-10. They're playing another one.
All right, Medich looking down to Munson for a sign for an 0-2 pitch to Yastrzemski. Harper shortly to first base. Medich looks over there. Now he walks up another couple of steps. Medich holds the set. The kick and the pitch. And it's low and off-speed pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Doc Medich, if he wins tonight, would have a chance to win 20 this year. He would be scheduled for one more start. And if it all boils down to the last night in Milwaukee, I'm sure Medich would start that game with just 2 days rest. Here's 1-2 pitch to Carl Yastrzemski. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He's dropping out. Medich with a good fastball strikes out Yastrzemski. The Doctor's 145th strikeout this year. And now Dwight Evans, the right fielder. Evans is 1 for 6 in the series, batting .278. 10 homers, 69 RBIs. Harper shortly to first base now with 2 outs. Medich glances over there. Rocks and deals. Fastball is ripped foul off the end of the bat down the right side. Fred Lynn, the left fielder, is on deck. It'll be the first time we've seen Lynn in the series when he comes to bat.
First time we've seen him, period.
That's very true. All right, it's 0-1 to Dwight Evans. Harper gets a little bigger lead at first base. He goes. Pitch is taken high. Munson throw. He's safe. Munson and Alomar thought they had him. And Harper steals base number 28 on the year. Munson throws a little bit high. Alomar had to reach up to catch the ball and then come down with the tag. And in so doing, lost the double play. Or rather, lost the stealing runner, not the double play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Evans. Medich now looks back at second and deals. Curveball low. 2 balls and a strike. Well, the Yankees have support behind the dugout. Dancing Harry is here tonight. Trying to put the whammy right now on Dwight Evans. 2-1 pitch to him. Bounced slowly foul off to the left side. Dancing Harry became quite a favorite with New York Knicks fans. Close friend of Earl Monroe. Followed Earl up here from Baltimore when the Orioles, the Bullets traded Monroe to the Knicks. Dancing Harry followed him up here to put the whammy on Earl the Bullet.
Looks like he's quite a dresser too, Frank.
Oh, yes. Yes, he is. He rags. Pitch comes in high, and the count is 3-2 on Dwight Evans. Baltimore came back with 1 run in the bottom half of the second. Tigers lead 3-1. So we'll watch that score for you down in Baltimore. Right here, a payoff pitch to Dwight Evans. Medich holds the set, looks back at second for Harper, kicks and deals, walked him, blown away with a breaking ball. So there are runners at first and second, and we'll get that first look at Fred Lynn, a left-hand batter, hitting .478, 2 home runs and 8 runs batted in. Now Munson wants to be sure that Medich knows how to pitch to him. Medich says, yes, I do. Cocks the bat behind the left ear and a pitch. He takes a high fastball, ball 1. Medich ready to work again. Check Harper at second and the pitch. High, ball 2, another fastball. Lynn has been up 23 times with 11 hits, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. And Bennett ready, kicks and deals, fast and low, ball 3. So I guess the book says throw this kid fastballs, but get him in the strike zone.
Well, Medic looks like he's extra fast. He got Yastrzemski on a good fastball, high, threw it by him. And he had Evans fouling the first pitch off on the right side, but he's got to get that pitch over the plate, as you mentioned, Frank.
All right, it's 3-0 to Fred Lynn. He looks again at second base. Here it is, and a strike ball. That was not right over the heart of the plate. Looks like he got the inside corner on the left-hand hitter. 3 balls and 1 strike. Harper at second, Evans at first, 2 down. No score first inning. Medic offers, pitches high, and he's got the bases loaded. Harper to third, Evans to second. Fred Lynn draws the base on balls. So the bases are loaded, and the batter is Dick McAuliffe, the left-hand hitter. McAuliffe playing third base tonight. Batting .214, 5 home runs, 23 runs batted in.
This is strength against strength. McAuliffe a good fastball hitter, and Medic going with his fastball. Looks like he's got a good one. McAuliffe will be seeing the fastball.
All right, the runners take their lead, and the pitch off a full windup. Strike, 1 call, fastball, about knee high. Don Zimmer at third, Eddie Popowski at first on the coaching line for the Red Sox. Medic nods agreement with the sign and the pitch. Change up, high and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Not taking much time with the bases loaded. Brings it, fastball, it's chopped foul off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes on McAuliffe. We're at the top half of the first inning. No score, bases loaded, 2 out. Gets a big lead down the line from third as Medic winds and deals. Curveball is fouled off. Came low inside with that. McAuliffe got just enough to foul it straight down. And he stays alive. The 1-2 pitch again. Medic rocks back on the left foot. The kick, the pitch, fastball hit in the air to left field. Manella coming in and toward the line. Lewis under it. He's got it and retires the side. No run, the base hit, 3-man left. In the middle of the first, it's Boston nothing, and the Yankees coming to bat.
Now as Bill Lee takes his warm-up throws, we'll go to the scoreboard. The Tigers leading Baltimore 3-1 after 2. Milwaukee 3, Cleveland 1. That's also after 2. Chicago, Texas postponed. They've gotten a lot of rain down there in Arlington. Over in the National League in the first game, the Phillies beat the Mets 6-2. Montreal won 2 from the Cubs. They won the first one 7-1, and the second one by a score 3-2. And Houston did not score in the top of the first. Cincinnati Reds batting in the bottom of the first. By the way, the Pittsburgh-St. Louis game has been delayed just a bit. They're still trying to get the crowd into St. Louis for that game. Of course, the Pittsburgh Pirates have a half-game lead over the Cardinals in the National League East. Well, Lee's finished his warm-up throws, and the Red Sox puts the ball around the infield. Roy White will lead off for the Yankees, and here's Frank Messer.
Okay, Bill. White hitting .274, 6 homers, 41 runs batted in, and he's 1 for 8 in the series. Elliot Maddox is on deck. Softball, Bill Lee. Making his 36th start, a record of 17-13. He rocks and deals. White takes outside. A fastball, ball 1. As Bill White told you, Lee had won 8 in a row against the Yankees before he ever lost to them. His lifetime, and now 8-1. And White takes outside again. 2 balls and no strikes to Roy White. Elliot Maddox is on deck. Elston Howard coaching first, Dick Hauser coaching third. And a 2-0 pitch to Roy. Strike call, 2-1. He was taking all the way. Outfield spreads out on White. The infield plays him pretty much up the middle. Third baseman McCall it fairly shallow. The next pitch. Down low with a fastball. That's 3-1. No score in this ball game. Bottom half of the first. And a 3-1 pitch. White bunts at it and misses. Strike 2. 3-2. White stepped out a minute, now moves back in. Elliott Maddox is on deck, 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out with a high fastball, and there's one away. That was Lee's 89th strikeout of the year. And the batter will be Elliott Maddox, with Bobby Mercer moving on deck. Maddox is hitting .306. 3 home runs, 41 runs batted in. 1 for 5 in the doubleheader last evening.
Number 27, Elliott Maddox.
They play Maddox about as they did White, up the middle on the infield. And the first pitch is over, strike 1. Outfield again is spread out. Yastrzemski is the only one that shifts. He's very wide of the bag at first. Maddox swings and he misses, strike 2. Looks like both the starters, Medich and Lee, have pitches that are moving very well early in the game. And Lee with an 0-2 pitch. Shut on and chopped foul over toward the third base dugout. Count holds 0-2 on Elliott Maddox. Left-hander Bill Lee kicks and is pitch in the air to deep right field, going back toward Evans. He has room. He's under it, and he's got it. So Maddox flies out to Dwight Evans, 2 down. Nobody on, and Bobby Mercer the batter. Bottom half of the first, with no score in this ball game. Detroit did not score in the top half of the third. Tigers lead the Orioles 3-1 at the end of 2.5. Bobby Mercer is 1 for 6 in the series, batting .277, 10 homers, and 84 runs batted in for the Yankees. Fastball on the inside corner is a strike. Lou Piniella is on deck. Bobby has stepped away, requesting time, and is granted by the plate up. Now Lee takes the sign. Left-hander winds, sends a slider low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't know why in the world they do it, but they call Bill Lee Spaceman. He delivers 1-1. Bobby hits a broken bat fly ball to shallow center. Coming on for it, Benitez. He's there and he makes the catch. That one broke Bobby's bat. Little weak fly ball to shallow center. So there are 3 up and 3 down in the bottom half of the first. And at the end of 1, Boston nothing and the Yankees nothing.
The Oakland A's would have to lose at least 4 more ball games, and the Rangers would have to win every one of their remaining games.
Mention to you, Baltimore batting in the bottom half of the third inning. The Tigers leading 3-1 over the Orioles. Lolich still pitching for the Tigers, and Ross Grimsley, despite giving up 3 runs in the top of the second, still on the mound for Baltimore. Frank?
Okay, Bill White, we go to the second inning, and Rick Burleson leads off for the Red Sox. He'll be followed by Doug Griffin and then Bob Montgomery, the lower third of the batting order. Burleson, the right-hand batter, hitting .289 on the year, 3 homers, 39 RBIs, and the pitch. On the outside corner, strike 1. Medich started him off with a breaking ball. Burleson in this series has gone 1 for 9. The doctor rocks, kicks, and offers another breaking pitch low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Maddox shortens up and center on Burleson. So does Mercer at right. The outfield spread out. The infield shades him up the middle. And the 1-1 pitch. Low and away again, smothered by Munson with a backhand stab. Young right-hander winds, 2-1 pitch. Fastball is in for a call. ball strike. 2-2 count on Rick Burleson. Medich releases fastball, foul back to Trout on the right side. Final home game of 1974 for the Yankees in regular season play. They hope, of course, they'll be meeting the Oakland A's here at Shea on October 8th. And the 2-2 pitch to Burleson. Fastball, foul back again. He's getting around late, but getting enough to stay alive. Two ball, two strike pitch again to Burleson. Medich delivers. Breaking ball is lined up the middle, caught by Mason, the shortstop. Weak line drive, and Mason got a good job, made the catch behind second. One out. We pause for station identification. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
And now the batter is Doug Griffin, the second baseman. Medich comes in low with a fastball to the right-hand hitter. Griffin is 2 for 4 in the series, batting .265. No homers, 31 runs batted in. And again, they spread out the defense against him. He fouls this one back on the right side. A ball and a strike to Griffin. The catcher, Bob Montgomery, is on deck. Medich's next pitch, foul back, right underneath it. Even sidearm. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Yankees have an off day tomorrow. They'll spend part of it flying out to Cleveland. Get ready for the weekend series against the Indians. 1-2 deal. Struck him out. Foul tip in the middle, Munson. High fastball by Medich. Burned it by him. That is the second strikeout for Medich. And the batter will be Bob Montgomery. Big catcher hitting .236. He caught both ends of the doubleheader last night and went 2 for 8. Fastball is blown away from him. Ball 1. Montgomery stepped in and really did a job when Carlton Fisk got hurt. Montgomery and Tim Blackwell did most of the catching. He swings away and fouls the pitch into the seats down the first base line. 1 ball and 1 strike.
But the Red Sox acquired Timmy McCarver. He's over on the bench, too, and he can catch a little bit for them. Caught one of those ball games the Yankees won up in Boston last time up there.
Medich had started his motion, or so it appeared, when Art Brandt called time just then as Montgomery stepped away. So Doc will rock again. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Got a fastball inside on him. Fouled it back off the bat handle. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There is no score here in the top half of the second inning. Medich shakes Munson off on the first side. Gets another one. And he comes in high with a fastball to even the count 2-2. Another good crowd here at Shea tonight. Not as large as last night, I don't believe, but still a good turnout for this final home game. 2-2 pitch into the air. Left center field. Maddox, the center fielder, moving to his right. Under it, makes the catch. And that retires the side. Sox are down 1-2-3, and in the middle of the second. It's the Yankees nothing and Boston nothing.
Here it's 0-0. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Here's Frank Messer.
Okay, Bill, and Lou Pinella is set to lead it off. Pinella has had a bad series, 0 for 7. Still hitting .301. And the first pitch to him from Bill Lee. Outside, ball 1. They play Pinella to spray the ball around. Left-hander's next pitch. Still outside, ball 2. Lee has the sign for Montgomery, and the pitch, high, ball 3. Well, and Munson on deck. And the 3-0 offering, high, ball 4. Boy, Pinella started for first base before that ball popped in the middle of Montgomery. Well, the Yankees have their first base runner in the ball game. And Munson stepped in. Munson is batting .252 with 13 home runs and 59 runs batted in. He went 2 for 8 in the doubleheaders. Like Montgomery, he caught both games. Yastrzemski will hold Pinella on. Throw over there. Lewis safe. The third baseman, McAuliffe, comes in even with the bag. And the pitch taken high. Ball 1. That's 5 in a row thrown by Bill Lee. To first base, Pinella ducks back in. And Lee works it down to Munson. Has the placement low. Ball 2. Sterling Munson has been playing third much of the year. And the 2-0 pitch. Cut on and bounce to third. They may get 2. They've got the out at second. Back to first. Scoop by Yastrzemski, double play. Munson bounces into a 5-4-3. McAuliffe to Griffin, Diaz. So they're quickly 2 down. The batter will be Chris Chambliss. Chambliss went 3 for 8 in the doubleheader. Chris has been hitting the ball well. He's hit safely in 20 of 21 games. Fastball is over the inside corner. Strike 1 to him. 261, 6 homers, 49 RBIs. The next pitch, cut on, bounce to short. 2 hops there by Burleson on to first base to retire to side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of 2, it's the Yankees nothing and Boston nothing. 1. All right, Bill, we'll keep watching that ball game down in Baltimore for our listeners. And the top of the order comes up here for the Red Sox. Tommy Harper. And an infield hit to third, leading off the first. Stoll second. Got as far as third when Medich walked Evans and Lynn to load the bases. But McAuliffe flying out to left to leave the bases loaded and end the inning. First pitch for the right-hand batter. Breaking ball hit right back through Doc's legs to the center field base hit. So Harper is now 2 for 2 as he jumped on the first one. Looked like a breaking ball from Medich, and he hit it right back through the pitcher's leg. And again, we'll have to watch Harper at first. Now Nettle steps in to talk to Medich. When Harper stole second in the first inning, it was his 28th stolen base of the year. Well, if you think about Lou Brock, who has nearly 100 more than that, it doesn't seem like much, but there's only one Brock.
Brock had 115 last time I counted.
I think he got 116 last night. All right. Here's the first pitch to Benitez. He fouls it back over ahead. Strike 1. Benitez tried to punt Harper up his first time at bat and popped the ball up to Medich. That was before Harper stole second. Benitez, a right-hand hitter, feet close together, deep in the batter's box. Medich is ready and deals. Pitch is popped up, maybe playable. Foul at first base. Chambliss under it. He's got room, makes the catch. And there's one out as Benitez pops up to Chambliss. And on ball, Yastrzemski. struck Yastrzemski out of the first inning with maybe as hard a fastball as I've seen Medic throw all year, Bill.
It was up, too, and Yastrzemski's a pretty good high fastball hitter, but Medic got it in a good spot. It was up and in, and Yastrzemski swung through it.
That has dropped to 299 on his season batting average. Medic checks first for Harper. The pitch. Knee high for a called strike. Breaking ball that time. Beautiful pitch from Medic. No balls and a strike. Harper watching Medic very intently as he takes his lead at first base. They're playing Yaz to pull, and the pitch. Off-speed pitch is over. Strike two call. Slow breaking ball. Yastrzemski must have been looking for a fastball. It looked like that pitch was right about the letters.
In a good spot inside, too, breaking down.
Doc Shea punts it off, and he's going to straddle the rubber. And he'll ask Munson to go through the signs again. Harper one step off the bag at first. Medic has a sign he likes, drops the hands below the belt. There goes Harper. The pitch is cut on and bounced foul outside of first. Played neatly by the ball boy down the right side. And Harper comes trotting back to first. The count is 0-2 on Yastrzemski.
Teams seldom run on 0-2 pitches. Catcher could have called a pitch out, and they usually keep the guy around. So they're going against the book by sending Harper no balls, 2 strikes. Of course, when he gets down this far of the season, you do the unexpected.
Well, Tommy might be on his own out there, too.
Could be. If he gets a jump, Johnson lets him go.
So over there by Medic, he's back. He was only a step off the bag that time. Alomar way over in the hole, makes it almost behind second. Medic spins and throws at first. Harper dives and he's safe. Got his right hand back on the bag, sprawling full length in the dirt. Another quick throw by Doc, and he's safe standing this time. One out, no score here in the third. Medic brings the hands down. Harper stays. An off-speed pitch is low and outside. Probably a good thing he wasn't going that time. That would have been a tough pitch to throw him out on. An off-speed pitch. Munson would have had to wait for it, go down, come up and throw. Harper watching Medic. Quick throw, and he was standing right on the bag. Set by the right-hander. Harper's leaning, but he does not go, and the pitch is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Yaz. Medic pitching very carefully with a strong left hand hitting Yastrzemski. Harper's leaning again. He goes this time. Pitches out. Throw to second base. He's out at second. Tommy Harper is tagged out by Jim Mason. That pitch was outside. Had the same effect of a pitch out, really. Munson stepped quickly to his left. Caught it. Fired out through to second base to throw him out. I think he's 28 out of 40 now in stolen bases. That was the 12th time he's been thrown out this year. Score at 2-6. And the count is full on Yastrzemski with 2 away. Medic deals. Breaking ball is chopped foul outside of first. Bobby Mercer chases the ball down in the corner. And Bobby flips it up into the stands, gaining a lot of friends down there. 3-2 pitch again to Yastrzemski. Fastball is laced out into left field. Pinella is there. He's got it. And that retires the side. No runs, a base hit, no errors, and nobody left. And in the middle of the third, the score, the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing. Well, we've just been informed that here in the ballpark tonight, Bill White is the oldest living former Yankee. Jack Martin, an infielder, actually for the New York Islanders before they were the Yankees back in 1912. Out here to enjoy a ball game tonight.
Very spry and alert, too. Usually drops in by the press box and says hello to us.
Greg Nettles leads off the bottom half of the third for the Yankees. Left-hand hitter in the first pitch, down low. Ball one from Lee. Nettles is batting .244, 19 home runs and 70 runs batted in. He is 1 for 8 in the series. Lefty to lefty, and a strike is called. Slider up around the letters, and Nettles was backing away from it. 1-1. Sandy Alomar is on deck. Lee winds, big kick, and the pitch is inside. 2 balls and a strike. Down at second base, Doug Griffin well over toward the hole and back to the grass. Infield and outfield playing Nettles to pull the ball. And the 2-1 pitch. Ooh, he had to duck away quickly from an inside fastball, just about head high. 3 balls and 1 strike. And plate umpire, Art Brand, takes the whisk broom out, dusts off the plate. Gesture as much as to say to the pitcher, this is where the ball is supposed to go. Now the 3-1 to Nettles. He swings and fouls it back. And a big rip at a high inside pitch, and the count is 3-2. Again, Brand gets the broom out. This time to take the dirt off the plate. Here's the payoff pitch to him. Ball 4 is fine. Nettles is on. Well, for the second inning in a row, the Yankees get the leadoff man on via a walk. In the second inning, Piniella walked, but Munson bounced into a 5-4-3 double play. Now it's Sandy Alomar, and the Red Sox will look for a bunt. Alomar went 2 for 5 in last night's doubleheader. He's batting .255, 1 homer and 26 ribbies. First pitch to him. He squares, bunts it foul behind the plate. Strike 1.
Frank to plate 5 in Baltimore, and the score remains Detroit 3, the Baltimore Orioles 1. That's after 5 innings in Baltimore.
Okay, Bill. Again, the pitchers down there. Mickey Lulich for Detroit and Ross Grimsley for Baltimore, both left-handers. The pitch hit Alomar, taken for a strike as he squared the bunt, let the pitch go. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Two deal. Outside of high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, we'll tell our listeners, Detroit got those 3 runs in the second inning. Baltimore got its lone run in the bottom half of the second. Nettles leads at first. There's nobody out here at Shea. Leaves pitch to Alomar, hit in the air to right field. Not deep. Coming in for it is Evans, the right fielder. He's under it and makes the catch. And Nettles skips back to the bag. So Alomar flies out to right. 1 away, and Jim Mason will step in. Mason, a left-hand batter, went 2 for 6 in the doubleheader. He's batting .248. 5 homers, 37 runs batted in. And whatever he does the rest of the year, Bill, the last 6 games, I think Mason really has hit the ball better than most people thought he would at the start of the season. Left-hand batter checks his swing on a low slider. Ball 1. Lee ready again and deals a strike this time. Quick throw to first base. Montgomery ripped the ball down to Yastrzemski, but Nettles got back.
And Mason's young, too, Frank, and he should benefit from this full-year play here. Next year, he'll know the hitters better. Know the pitcher's better, he'll know himself better.
And 1-1 pitch time. Inside, another throw to first. Nettles has to dive back, but he's safe. 2 times in a row, Montgomery has fired down to first base on Nettles. Of course, Nettles does not have outstanding speed. He tries to take the big lead to get down to second in case of a double play ball. This is going to be a fly ball. Hits the left field. Drifting back is Lynn, and he makes the catch down the left field line. So Mason flies out. There are 2 down, and Nettles again comes back into first base. And it brings up Roy White.
Now Kaline and Bill Freehan got back-to-back singles leading off the 6th inning. The runners at first and second. Nobody out for the Tigers. They're leading 3-1.
Okay, Bill. Quick throw to first base, no tag. Yastrzemski does not hold the corner of the bag. He's about a step and a half off of it. And Roy White steps in, bounces one. Back over the pitcher's head. The shortstop Burleson has it, throws, and he's out at first base in a close play. And that retires the side. So for the Yankees, no runs, no hits. There were no errors, a walk and a man left. And at the end of 3, the score is Boston nothing and New York nothing. Right here, there's no score. The Yankees have yet to get their first base hit. The Red Sox had 2 hits off Doc Medich. And now as we go to the 4th, ready with the play-by-play, ladies and gentlemen, here's Bill White.
All right, Franklin and Dwight Evans, a right-hander batter, will lead off for the Red Sox here in the top of the 4th. He's the right fielder. He's been up once and walked against Medich. Yankees play Evans straight away. The first delivery, slider on the outside corner for strike. Well, Manny Sanguillen, and Sanguillen hit his 25th home run for the Pirates in the first with 2 men on. Breaking ball down low to Evans. It's 1-1. The Pirates 3, Cardinals nothing. Cardinals batting bottom of the 1st. Here's the 1-1 delivery to Evans. Sidearm fastball is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Looking in, rocks back, kicks and deals a 2-1 pitch to Evans. Fastball up the middle, bases. Managed just got out of the way in time. Maddox picks it up and gets it back in, and Evans will hold at first base with a single. The third base hits the ball game for the Red Sox. And stepping in now is Fred Lynn, the left fielder. Also stepping in next to me, a fella celebrating a happy day here this evening. Phil Rizzuto, happy birthday.
Thank you, Bill White. And it could be a very nice birthday gift, a win by the Yankees and a loss by the Orioles.
All right, Scooter. Lynn bats left-handed. Evans off first, the check, and the pitch. Bounce towards second. Should be 2. Alomar to Mason 1. And Mason couldn't get the ball out of the glove, and then he got kicked by Dwight Evans. And Mason hobbling around out there at second base. So they get the force, 4-6. This is New York Yankee baseball. Let's pause for station identification.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
This is the Southern Command Radio Network, an affiliate of the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
Dick McAuliffe in now. He's been up one fly to left field. 1 out, 1 on, no score here in the 4th inning. First pitch is too high. It's a ball to McAuliffe. Nettles in close to third base. Chambliss holding on the base runner at first. Mason Alomar about 3/4 looking for 2. Outfield straight away for McAuliffe. Here's the 1-0 delivery. The fastball is swung on and fouled straight down off the shin guard of Bunsen. Bounces toward the Yankee dugout. Durham picks it up and gives it to the home plate umpire, Art France. He wipes it off and gives it back to Medich. So the count of ball and the strike now on McAuliffe. On deck, the shortstop, Rick Burleson. No score in the 4th inning. Fred Lynn at first base with 1 out. Medich checks Lynn. And the pitch now to McAuliffe. Misses down low at 2 balls and a strike. They play 6 in Baltimore. And the Tigers leading 4-1 over the Orioles. Medich set. taking a lot of time. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up in the shallow center, coming on. Maddox going back. Mason. Mason gets out of the way, and Maddox makes a catch around his knee. And digging back to first base is Fred Lynn. And the hand is for the sixth inning single. Going back, Mason. Mason gets out of the way, and Maddox makes a catch around his knee. And digging back to first base is Fred Lynn. And the hand is for the sixth inning singles by Kaline, Freehan, and Sanders, giving the Tigers a 4-1 lead over Baltimore. Tigers still batting in the top half of sixth. 2 outs now. Rick Burleson steps in. Burleson's been up once. He lines to the shortstop Mason. Lynn with the lead off first. And the pitch. Lined up the middle base head. Maddox will get it on the first hop. And holding at second base is Lynn. Oh, the Red Sox pick up their fourth base hit in this ball game. Runners now at first and second. 2 men out. And the batter's Doug Griffin, the second baseman. He's been up once and struck out. Griffin's a right-handed batter. Here's the set and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good slider by Medic, slowing away.
That's it, and Harry is really putting a whammy on the Red Sox whenever they come up to bat. Right back in the Yankee dugout. He's really been a show down there.
He's been trying to put the whammy on Bill Lee, too.
Yep.
Now Medic is ready. And the 0-1 pitch to Griffin. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. No ball, 2 strikes. Well, Radio Rodriguez hit into a double play with the bases loaded and only 1 out. And the Tigers did pick up a run in the 4th. In the 6th, rather, and they lead 4-1. Rodriguez had a chance to put it away, but he bounced to a 1-out double play. Well, it's Detroit 4, Baltimore 1. Orioles batting bottom of the 6th. Here's the 0-2 delivery to Griffin. Outside, it's 1-2. Fred Lynn at second base. Rick Burleson at first. 2 men out here, the top of the 4th. No score in the ball game. Doc Medic with a record of 18 and 14 against Bill Lee, 17 and 13. Now Medic set. And the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, full strike 3 on the outside corner. Griffin in there looking for a breaking ball, and Medic got the outside corner with a fastball. That's the 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Medic, and a big one. No runs on 2 hits. 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Yankees nothing, the Red Sox nothing.
In up.
All right, that score, Tigers 4, Baltimore 1, with the Birds batting in the bottom of the 6th. Gotta give the Yankees a little lift right here. And a fellow that usually gets on when he has to, Elliot Maddox, Bill.
All right, Twitter. Maddox has been up once. He slides to right field, so he's over 1. Elliott batting at 306. He has 3 home runs. He's driven in 41 runs. The pitch to Maddox, high at the ball. It'll be Maddox, Mercer, and Piniella against Bill Lee here in the bottom of the 4th. Yankees have yet to get a base hit in this ball game. Breaking ball is low. 2 balls, no strikes. Montgomery's tried to lift that ball up into the strike zone, but Art French, right on top of the play, said it was too low.
He does a pretty good job of pulling that ball.
Here's the 2-0 delivery. Curveball high. 3 balls, no strikes on Maddox. Elliott leading off against Bill Lee here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. No score yet. Here's the 3-0 delivery. Ball 4 outside. Maddox walks on 4 pitches. He's greeted at first base by Yankee first base coach Ellie Howard. And Bobby Mercer steps in. Bobby's been up 1, slide to center field, broke his bat as he got jammed with a fastball. Moving on deck is Lou Piniella. set by Lee. And the pitch. Breaking ball is high. Well, in the bottom of the sixth, Bobby Fitch walked and Tommy Davis singled. Oh, the Orioles have runners at first and second, nobody out. Now Lee sets. The 1-0 pitch to Mercer. Called strike, it's 1-1. We're in the fourth inning here at Shea. No score in the ball game. Maddox with a leadoff walk. He's at first base. A 1-ball, 1-strike count on Mercer. Lee taking a long look, and Bobby backs out. Time's call. Now Lee goes, and he'll tie shoes. Now he gets that left foot on the rubber, looking in for sign. Gets it, and sets. Goes to first base. Maddox back easily. Lee has picked off quite a few men with his moves at first base. It's a legitimate move. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, pop foul, back up on the screen. And it's a ball and 2 strikes on Mercer. Bobby batting .277 on the year. He has 10 home runs. He's driven in 84 runs. They play him to pull, the infield and the outfield. Maddox off first a couple of steps. Takes another step off. Lee checks him. Throws to first base, and Maddox gets back easily. Lee makes that move with his head. He's looking home, but he's throwing the first. 1-2 pitch, swung on, bounced right back to Lee. To throw the shortstop for 1, back to first, double play. A 1-6-3 double play. And they're 2 out. And the batter's Lou Piniella, the Yankee left fielder. Piniella walked leading off the second inning, but Munson bounced into a 5-4-3 double play. The Red Sox have already turned over a couple of double plays here early in the ball game. The score is still tied, 0-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 men out now. Nobody on as Lou Piniella steps in. Lou's still hitting at .301. Chopped this one slowly down the third base side, but it kicks foul. And Dick Hauser, the Yankee third base coach, picks it up and gives it back to McAuliffe, the third baseman. And it finally winds up back in the hands of Bill Lee. Pittsburgh scored 5 runs in the top of the first against the Cardinals. Cuda?
Yeah, Sanguin hit a 3-run homer. I don't know how they got the other 2. Now, all of a sudden, that thing is really switching around. The Pirates were cold, the Cards were hot. Now the Pirates are getting hot, playing the Cardinals.
1 strike to count on Piniella. Lee in the windup, and the pitch. Swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes. Weather's really been bad down in Texas.
Rain again, huh?
Yep. Game postponed. California and Kansas City, no score after 1. Cleveland, Milwaukee 3, Cleveland 1 after 3. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Piniella. Outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Phillies beat the Mets 6-2 in the first game. Mets leading the second game 2-0 after 1.5. 1-2 delivery to Piniella. Line, base hit left center field. And it might go to the wall. Piniella around first base, digging for second. And he'll hold there with a double. Well, that's what that double play can do for you. Yankees got the leadoff man Maddox on by walking. Then Mercer bounces to a double play, and then Piniella ripped one into left center field. Lou down at second base with 2 outs, and the batter's Thurm Munson, the Yankee catcher. Munson batting at .251, 13 home runs, 59 runs batted in. No score here in the bottom of the fifth, 2 outs. Yankees trying to get on the board first against Bill Lee. And the breaking ball is high. deck is Chris Chambliss, the Yankee first baseman. Here's a set by Lee. And the 1-0 pitch. Check swing is down low. 2 balls, no strikes. Yankees, as of now, 1/2 game behind Baltimore. Boston in third place, 3.5 games out. The final meeting between these two teams, the regular season meeting. 2-0 pitch. High change up, ball 3. Now Lee might be pitching around much. He's got the left-handed batting Chris Chambliss on deck. The Yankees just may give Munson the green light here if Lee's around the plate. Let's see. Pinella off second. 3-0 pitch. High, ball 4. The 4th walk issued in this ball game by Bill Lee. Pinella down at second, Munson on at first, and Chris Chambliss is a batter with 2 outs. Chambliss has been up once, bounced to short. Lee shaking off a couple of signs, still shaking. Now he's set. And the pitch to Chambliss. Swung on, fouled off. Hit him on the foot, kicks down the first base side. 1 strike to count. Well, Bob Oliver singled in a run. In the bottom half of the 6th inning. Oh, it's Detroit 4, Baltimore 2. Orioles still batting in the bottom of the 6th.
There are 2 out, though, Bill, anyway. Oh, Lola almost got out of the inning. Got bailed at a pop to Brinkman for the first down. Brooks Robinson fly deep to left.
Pinella off second, Munson off first with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th, no score. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Chambliss. Inside. It's 1-1. They try to crowd Chambliss with the ball. They do not like to pitch him out over the plate. Chris waits on the ball well. They try to throw him the fastball inside. When they go with the breaking ball, they make sure it's low and away. The 1-1 pitch. Chop foul once again. Hit him on the foot. Ball 2 strikes on Chambliss. That double by Pinella, by the way, was the Yankees' first hit against Bill Lee. Chambliss batting at .260. He's been the Yankees' hottest hitter of late. He's hit in 20 of his last 21 games. Now the set by Lee. The 1-2 delivery to Chambliss. Pulled foul into the Yankee dugout. Well, they've finished 6 now in Baltimore, and it's Detroit 4, Baltimore 2.
They got that final out, Bill White, on a great leaping catch by Aurelio Rodriguez of the bat of Enos Cabell. Wow.
1-2 pitch to Chambliss. Fouled off. Just got a piece of a breaking ball going down and away. Oh, Pinella will go back to second base. Munson back to first. There are 2 men out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. No score yet. The Red Sox swept yesterday's doubleheader to move within 3 games of the Yankees and 3.5 games of the first place Baltimore Orioles. The set by Lee. The 1-2 pitch. Line foul into the seats down the left field line. And the count remains a ball and 2 strikes on Chambliss. On deck is Greg Nettles. Lee taking a lot of time. Now the left-hander's ready. Checks the runners and the pitch. Chop foul outside of first. That's over Howard's head, back in the seat. And it's still 1-2. Chambliss hanging in, getting good cuts against Lee. As the Yankee, Chambliss is batting .250. 6 home runs. He's driven in 42 runs for the Yankees. 49 overall. Lee wants another sign. Gets it. Checks the runner. 1-2 pitch. Swung on it in the air to deep left center. Lives over there. The left fielder calling. He's under it, and he's got it. Just a few feet short of the warning track in deep left center field. No run. One hit. And 2 men left on base. After 4 full innings of play. The Yankees, nothing. The Boston Red Sox, nothing.
Now let's take a look, as we told you we would earlier, at the remaining games for the pennant contending clubs in the American and National League East divisions after this evening. After this evening, the Yankees will have 5 games remaining, all on the road. 3 against Cleveland on September 27th, 28th, and 29th, and 2 at Milwaukee on the 1st and 2nd of October. The Orioles will have 6 games remaining, 3 at home against Milwaukee on September 27th, 28th, and 29th. 3 on the road at Detroit on September 30th and October 1st and 2nd. The Red Sox will have 7 games remaining, 3 at home against the Indians on September 30th and October 1st and 2nd, 4 on the road, all against Detroit on September 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. Over in the National League, following action tonight, the Cardinals will have 6 games remaining. They will have all 6 on the road. 3 against the Cubs on the 27th, 28th, and 29th of this month. 3 against the Expos on September 30th and October 1st and 2nd. The Pirates will have 7 games remaining, 3 at home against the Cubs to close out the season, September 30th, October 1st and 2nd. 4 on the road against the Mets on September 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th.
Tight ball game going on with him.
And Bob Montgomery leading off for the Boston Red Sox against Doc Medich. Montgomery skied to Maddox in center field his first time up. He's a right-handed hitter, batting at .235. He and Blackwell have done just about all the catching since the Red Sox lost Carlton Fisk. Montgomery bounces one right back to Medich. He snaps it, throws the first base, and Montgomery's out. One away. The Red Sox have been hitting a lot of balls up the middle, Phil.
Yes, they have been. 3 of their 4 base hits have been right back through the middle, and that one right back. But Doc snared that one. By the way, the Tigers went out 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th, so Baltimore's batting in the bottom of the 7th. Tigers lead 4-2.
All right, Phil, here's Tommy Harper. He has 2 of the Red Sox 4 hits against Medich. Breaking ball is too low to Harper. Harper got an infield hit back in the first inning, stole his 28th base. Single to center field in the third, was cut down trying to steal. Takes down low, 2 balls, no strikes on Harper. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 5th, no score in the ball game. Medich down with his hands on his hips, looking in at the home plate umpire Art French. Harper, meanwhile, had backed out. Now he gets back in. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Harper. Called strike at 2-1. Tommy's batting at .239. He has 5 home runs. He's driven in 23 runs. Red Sox had to put him on the bench for a while earlier in the year. Couldn't get off to a good start. Down the stretch, he's in there. 2-1 pitch. Bounced slowly towards second. Charged by Alomar. Flips underhand. Just tipping him to first base. Alomar with a good play. Charged that high hopper and flips to Chris Chambliss in time. 2 men out. Here's Juan Beniquez, the center fielder. With Harper at first base in the first inning, he tried to bunt, popped up to Medich. He's also fouled out to Chambliss. So Beniquez is 0 for 2. He's batting .274. Still standing way back in the box. Fouls the first pitch off. 1 strike to count. On deck is Carl Yastrzemski. 2 men out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th. No score. Slow curve, high bounce to the third base. Nettles has it. Throws the first base this time. So the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 here in the 5th inning. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. Yankees nothing. The Boston Red Sox nothing.
The Chicago White Sox announced that Wilbur Wood, a 20-game winner for the Pale Hose for the 4th consecutive year, has been excused from duty because of an injury and sent home to Lexington, Massachusetts for the rest of the season. The pudgy southpaw, who now holds a club record for the most consecutive seasons of 20 games or more, was excused after he was re-examined by Dr. William Meltzer, an orthopedic surgeon. Wood was hit just below the left knee by a ball from the bat of Oakland outfielder Jesus Alou last Saturday night. Meltzer said that X-rays showed no broken bones, but the bruise was so severe that he would be kept from pitching for at least 2 weeks. Wood finished the game, but said that when he awoke the next morning, the leg felt like an abscessed tooth. Dick Ruffin of Philadelphia Phillies is also a man who will miss the remainder of the season. Ruffin is scheduled to undergo surgery next week for the removal of bone chips in his right knee. Well, the New York Yankees figuring right now that the Orioles might lose, trying to climb back into first place in the American League East.
Well, Dancing Harry's up again, going into his act. I tell you, he's got the crowd following him. Plus, he's got a lot of rhythm. Okay, Bill.
Yeah, but so far he hasn't helped.
Well, he's
hasn't hurt either.
That's right.
All right. Here's Greg Nettles, the Yankee third baseman, leading off against Bill Lee. We're in the bottom half of the fifth inning. No score in the ball game. Nettles has been up once. He walked. He's batting still at 244. Greg has 19 home runs on the year. He's driven in 70 runs. It's the first one in the air to right field. Evans started back. Now he comes on. He's there, and he's got it. One away. Nettles, first ball hitting, skying to Dwight Evans in right field. It's Andy Alomar, the Yankees' second baseman. He's been up once. Flies to right field. Alomar, switch hitter, batting right-handed against Lee, and the outfield shortens up for it. So does McAuliffe at third base, and Yastrzemski at first. The breaking ball is a called strike to Alomar, taking all the way. Yankees have gotten just one base hit against Bill Lee. That was a double by Lou Piniella last inning. Here's the 0-1 delivery to Alomar. Down low, it's 1-1. One out, nobody on here in the bottom of the fifth. No score. The Yankees and the Red Sox meeting for the final time in the regular season. Fastball, line left field. Lynn is there, though. Backing up now. He's got it. And they're 2 outs. Alomar got a lot of that one, but he hit it right to the left fielder. And that's Fred Lynn. 2 down now, and Jim Mason's the batter. And Mason's only appearance at the plate, he flies to left field, so he's 0 for 1. Lee's first delivery. Swung on, popped up into shallow center. Coming on, Benitez. He's under it, and he's got it for out number 3. Oh, an easy inning for Bill Lee. 3 up and 3 down for the Yankees. After 5 full innings of play. The Yankees, nothing. The Boston Red Sox, nothing.
Eddie Robinson has been named as executive vice president of the Atlanta Braves in addition to his role as the club's director of baseball operations. Upon assuming his new position, Robinson made it clear that Clyde King would continue to manage the club in 1975. King replaced Eddie Matthews earlier this year. The World Football League continued its migration into the South today by moving the New York Stars to Charlotte, North Carolina. The WFL says New York will get an expansion franchise in 1976 when the renovation of Yankee Stadium is expected to be completed. The Stars have been playing in Downing Stadium, an inaccessible eyesore on Randall's Island in the middle of the East River. They were unable to attract crowds and lost in excess of $2 million with less than half the season remaining. Back now to Shea Stadium.
Well, Baltimore still batting in the bottom of the 7th. Tigers lead 4-2. Bill Freehan took himself out of the game, and Gene Lamont is catching now for the Tigers. And the ground crew gets a nice hand. And stay tuned, because in the bottom of the 6th, it'll be the Daily News home run payoff inning. And Bill White will bring all the winners here. He's ready to give a lot of cash away tonight, right, Bill?
All right, Bill, your birthday will have to.
Attaboy.
All right, top of the 6th. Here's Carl Yastrzemski for the Red Sox. He has it struck out, and he's lined to left field. He bats left-handed. Takes the breaking ball for a strike. Medic has allowed no runs on 4 hits. Bill Lee has allowed the Yankees no runs on just 1 hit. They're playing Yastrzemski to pull. 0-1 pitch. Change up. Rips past Chambliss down the right field line. Mercer over quickly. Yastrzemski digging around first, but he'll hold there. Great reclaim by Bobby Mercer. He really got to that line and got it into Sandy Alomar. And he cut it off, holding Yastrzemski to a single. Oh, yeah, it's at first base. Leading off here in the sixth, and here's Dwight Evans, the right fielder. Evans has walked and he singled to center field. Fifth base hit against Medic. All of them singles. The Yankees base hit a double by Lupinella. Now Medic. Set. And the pitch. Bunted on the first base side. Chambliss has it. He'll go to Alomar at first base. They've got Evans there, but he did his job. He sacrificed 3 to 4. Yastrzemski down at second base now with one man out. And the batter, Fred Lynn, the left fielder. Well, the way these two guys are pitching, one run might be enough to win this ball game. That's Carl Yastrzemski at second base with one out as Lynn steps in. He's walked, bounced to a fourth out. Well, Baltimore didn't score in the bottom of the seventh. In the top of the eighth, Detroit leading 4-2 still. Lynn fouls the first pitch off. It'll be out of play. Lynn's the left-handed batter. He's only been up, 24 times. Has 11 hits. Medic checks Yastrzemski off second base. And the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball is swung on, and this no ball, 2 strikes on Lynn. No score here at the top of the sixth. 1 out, 1 on for the Red Sox. And the 0-2 pitch. Check swing is high. A ball and 2 strikes, and Medic walks halfway to the plate. Munson gives him the ball back. Yastrzemski taking a walking lead off second. He's checked by Medic. And the 1-2 pitch to Lynn. Inside and high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is the 18th meeting this year between these two teams. The Red Sox are 11-6 against the Yankees. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Curveball popped up. Shortstop Mason coming on. On the grass, he's got it. 2 away. Lynn got jammed with a high slider and pops it back over the mound. Shortstop Jim Mason got it easily. 2 down now. Here's Dick McAuliffe. And this is New York Yankee baseball. Let's pause for station identification.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
At 790 and 1420, this is American Forces Radio.
McAuliffe is 0 for 2 against Medic. He flies to left field. He's also flies to center field. He's a left-handed batter. Yastrzemski off second base. And the pitch to McAuliffe. Down low with the changeup. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 2 men out here in the 6th inning. No score. Yastrzemski, who singled and was sacrificed at second base, takes his lead there. And the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, they call strike. It's 1-1. He's taking a little bit more time now. He's being more deliberate. Still looking for Son. Now he's ready. Stops at the belt. And the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground slowly towards second. Alomar has it. Fires the first. They've got McAuliffe. And the side's retired. No runs or hits. The man left on base. We go to the bottom part of the 6th inning. The Yankees nothing. The Red Sox nothing.
University of Illinois sophomore quarterback Mike McCray will undergo back surgery and miss the rest of the season. McCray from South Bend, Indiana, began feeling pain from a congenital defect in his vertebrae last week and will undergo surgery within the next week. Coach Bob Blackman says McCray is more advanced than any other sophomore he has seen and has the strongest arm on the varsity squad. University of New Mexico officials feel that the eligibility problems of starting fullback Toby Parrish can be solved with a simple letter. Parrish sat out last Saturday's game against Texas Tech because his eligibility had been questioned. The question was whether Parrish violated an NCAA rule which gives an athlete 5 years in which to compete from the first year he enrolled in school. He admits he enrolled at Morgan State in '69, but says he was a part-time student and spent less than a month there. Parrish played in New Mexico's 32-23 victory over Colorado State 2 weeks ago. If he is ruled ineligible, New Mexico may have to forfeit the game. Officials have asked Morgan State to write a letter to the Western Athletic Conference certifying that Parrish is still eligible.
Bottom half of the sixth inning here, Shea. No score, Yankees and the Boston Red Sox were at the top of the Yankee batting order. Roy White against Phil Lee. And we're also in the Daily News home run payoff inning. Ernie Phillips of Great Neck, New York. He's got Roy White. And White takes down low for a ball. So far, Phil Lee has shackled the Yankees with just one base hit. A double by Lou Purnell in the fourth inning. The 1-0 pitch to White. Swung on line right field, but Evans is there, and he's got it. Dwight Evans had White played perfectly out in right field. Made the catch easily. One away. And Ernest Phillips of Great Neck, New York, you get 2 tickets to a Yankee baseball game. Joe Porto of Staten Island. And Elliot Maddox, a 305 hitter. Maddox has slid to right field and he's walked. He's batting for Joe Porto of Staten Island. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 6th, no score. Lee's first delivery. High with a breaking ball. On deck is Bobby Mercer. The 1-0 delivery. Swung on and missed it 1-1. Well, the Tigers did not score in the top of the 8th. Baltimore batting the bottom of the 8th. Tigers 4. Orioles 2. Here at Shea. Yankees nothing. Red Sox nothing. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Maddox. Check swing. Bounce. Over the bag. It's a fair ball. Maddox sticking around first. He'll go to second. The throw there is not in time. Elliot Maddox with a double. Double right over the first base bag by Elliot Maddox. That earned Joe Porto of Staten Island $200. And it also earned the Yankees a chance to go on top here at Shea.
And finally outfoxed that Yastrzemski, who's played way real wide of the bag.
Here's Mercer. Takes the breaking ball for call strike. Bobby's batting for Arthur E. Miller of Brooklyn, New York. 1 man out. Elliot Maddox down at 6. No score here in the 6th inning. Lee's ready. And the pitch to Mercer. Bunted fouled off. 2 strikes to count. Mercer had McAuliffe back and is trying to get it down. Of course, that might have gotten Maddox on to third base.
He had the whole infield back, Bill. Was not a bad play. Fans didn't like it. They figured Bobby should drive the run in, but if he beats it out first and third and 1 out.
Well, the count now, no balls, 2 strikes on Mercer. Maddox takes his lead off second. And the pitch fouled off. I think Elliot down there is trying to tell Bobby what's coming.
Yeah?
Yeah, watch it. Probably one of the ball's inside or outside. The count still no balls, 2 strikes on Mercer. Maddox looking in along with Lee. Yeah, with their right hand out there. Yeah. Pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Still no balls, 2 strikes on Mercer. Elliott Maddox down at second base with 1 out. We're in the 6th inning. No score. Red Sox no runs on 5 hits. Yankees no runs on 2. But the Yankees are threatening here in the 6th inning. Now the set. And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, driven foul, way back in the upper deck. Bobby really got around on that one. And the count remains 0-2. Now Art France wants a new set of baseball. Mercer's batting for Arthur E. Miller of Brooklyn, New York. Elliott Maddox earned $200 for Joe Porto of Staten Island. Elliott down at second base with a 1-out double. Now Lee wants another sign. He's got it. Kicks Maddox. And the pitch. Swung on, foul back. Only over our heads and out of play. And it's still 0-2. Now Bill Lee with the new baseball. Gets this sign from Bob Montgomery. Now he's ready. And the pitch. Swung on it on the ground to second. Griffin has it. Waits for Yastrzemski to get to first, and he throws there. It's time to get Mercer. And on the play, Elliott Maddox goes to third. So Bobby Mercer bounces out 4-3 for out number 2. And here's Lou Piniella. And here comes Darrell Johnson. He doesn't have anybody warming up on the bullpen. He probably simply wants to talk to Lee about how to pitch to Lou Piniella or whether to pitch to Piniella at all. Bob Montgomery, the catcher's already out there. And they're joined by manager Darrell Johnson. Yankees have Elliott Maddox at third base with 2 outs. We're in the bottom half of 6th inning. No score in the ball game. Well, the conference didn't last long. Evidently, they've decided what they want to do with Piniella. Lou has walked and doubled. Now Piniella steps in. He's batting .302. 8 home runs, 66 runs batted in. They play him straight away in the infield and the outfield. Lee winds, kicks and deals. A fastball hit in the air to center field, going back Benitez, stops now, and he's got it for out number 3. Piniella, first ball hitting, skies to Juan Benitez in center field. And no runs ahead. No errors by the Red Sox. A man left on base by the Yankees. And Arthur E. Miller, let's see, Arthur Miller at Mercer, so you'll get 2 tickets. And Isabel LaFountain of Teesville, New York, you had Lou Piniella, so you also get 2 tickets to a Yankee ball game. So at the end of 6, the score, the Boston Red Sox nothing, and the New York Yankees nothing. Well, we go down to the top half of the 7th inning, and a score is deadlocked between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Shortstop Rick Prost leading off for the Red Sox, and leading off for the Yankees. Here's the scooter, Bill Rizzuto.
All right, Bill White. Burleson is lining short and single to center as Doc Meadows gets ready. Into the windup, and his pitch is a curve in there. Strike 1 call. Very tightly played ball game. No score in the top of the 7th. The Doc winds a bouncer foul outside of third. 2 quick strikes on Burleson. Got a big out to get down in Baltimore. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, and the Orioles have runners at second and third. And the Orioles are out in the 8th, so it's still 4-2 in the 9th inning. Curve just missed the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And you hear the crowd applaud. Tigers batting in the top of the 9th and leading Baltimore 4-2. Mickey Lolich has been in all the way. By Doc Medich. Ahead on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. He winds. Side-on fastball. Bounced at first. Chambliss one-handed. He'll make the play unassisted. And Luciano calls him out. There's one away. Frank Messer, what do you got?
Well, Bob Oliver, who had a hit with 2 strikes on him earlier in the game, fell behind 0-2 and struck out on a check swing. Holy struck out Oliver for the final out in the bottom half of the 8th.
All right, Doug Griffin now, the second baseman. He's been up twice and struck out both times. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 7th, no score. The pitch to Griffin, low and outside, ball 1. Outfield not too deep on Griffin, and straight away. Don Kicks delivers a curve, line to center field. Maddox coming on, he's right there, makes the catch. Just told you about Maddox playing shallow, and he was in perfect position, 2 away. And now Bob Montgomery, who has flied to center and hit back to the box. Red Sox have 5 hits, no runs. The Yankees 2 hits, no runs. Neither team has made an error. 2 out, nobody on. Nettles guarding the line at third. Good fastball in for a called strike. Doc lines again. Side-on fastball is low and outside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is over the plate but low. 2 balls and a strike. Flag just hanging limp out in center field. Wind not a factor tonight. Check this swing on a fastball that's low. It's 3-1. So Doc goes back to the rosin bag. And the 3-1 pitch. Strike call, 3-2. So Medich has worked it to a full count now. Gets the sign. A windup. The pitch, low and outside, ball 4. That's the first walk given up by Medich since the first inning when he walked both Dwight Evans and Fred Lynn. Had the bases loaded, but got McAuliffe to fly to left. Now Tommy Harper had an infield hit in the first, stole second base. Single to center in the third was caught stealing. Munson to Mason. And then bounced to second in the 5th. 2 for 3. Chambliss holds the bag against Montgomery. Medich set. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. He jammed him with a fastball. Montgomery's not a threat to steal, but he might pull a surprise. He has stolen 3 bases without getting caught this year. Foul down the right field line, back into the crowd. 0-2. Well, Montgomery wasn't taking any chances. He was running with his head down. Had rounded second, was halfway to third.
Well, the Tigers failed to score on the top of the ninth, so the Orioles are batting down the bottom half of the 9th inning with the Tigers leading 4-2, Bill, and we've got a direct line to Baltimore, and we'll have all the information just as soon as it comes in.
Okay, Frank. That is a very important ballgame. Remember, the Yankees have lost 1 more game than Baltimore. All right, Medich set. His pitch, a curve, almost hits Harper. Really had to bend back to get out of the way. A ball and 2 strikes. 2 out, no score, top of the 7th. The final regular season game here at Shea Stadium. But the Yankees want to come back and play some playoff games here. Red Sox making it tough for them. They took a doubleheader last night. Montgomery with a short lead at first. Stretched by Medich. Fastball little bit high, over the plate, but high, and the count is even at 2-2. Yankee outfield a little deeper on Harper, but straight away. He got a lot of hits to right field up in Boston against Yankee pitching. The 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Jim Mason, the shortstop, right near the bag. Makes the catch almost on the bag, and Medic gets out of the jam. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left in the middle of the seventh. Boston nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Enos Cabell led off the bottom half of the ninth inning for the Baltimore Orioles, and he is flied out to left field. So there's one away in the bottom half of the ninth. Next batter reached on an error by Aurelio Rodriguez, the third baseman. So the Orioles have a runner on with one away in the bottom half of the ninth. And right here on Orioles have a runner on with one away in the bottom half of the ninth. And right here on Phil Rizzuto's birthday, we go to the bottom half of the seventh inning.
Right, Frank, I tell you, I got a haircut on my birthday this afternoon. They say when you do that, it's a good luck omen.
Okay.
The pitch to Munson. Outside, ball one. Thurman has hit into a double play and walk. Tell you what else I got on my birthday, a cavity I just noticed in my back tooth on the bottom.
Uh-oh.
That might be good luck, too. Bill Wise, the pitch to Thurman. On the outside corner, Thurman thought it was outside. It's 1-1.
Well, whether it's good luck for you or not, it was good luck for your barber.
Yes, it certainly was.
And your dentist.
Well, I said I hope Dr. Taub is listening, because I got to slip in there early tomorrow morning. We go on this one-week road trip. Change up line, base hit up the middle. Oh, he didn't fool Munson one bit on that one. He jumped all over that change of base and drilled it up the middle for a base hit. So maybe the good luck will haul this inning as Chris Chambliss comes up. Chambliss has bounced to short and flying to left. No score, bottom of the seventh, Munson at first base, nobody out. Yastrzemski with his weird way of holding a runner on about 2 steps in front of the bag. Chambliss squares, takes it high inside, ball one. And Yaz was charging all the way down. He ended up about 10 feet in front of home plate. McAuliffe was charging in from third. Going to be very difficult to sacrifice if they keep doing that unless he bunts it hard past either one of them. Or over their heads. Frank said he could do that play. Oh, he was excellent. The stretch by Lee. And the pitch, Chambliss squares, bunt foul. 1-1.
When that National League Center race fell, the Pittsburgh Pirates scored 5 runs in the first inning. The St. Louis Cardinals, though, scored 6 in the third. And now at the end of 4 innings, the Cardinals lead at 6-5.
How do you like that? All right, Lee sets again. Chambliss squares and bunts it, and it's a good one. Yastrzemski, though, goes to second. Munson thought the ball might be caught. Yastrzemski gave it a good fake, as though he were going to catch it on the fly. Couldn't. Caught on one hop. Munson had a hold up and was thrown out, forced at second base, 3-6. Yastrzemski really using the old noodle right there. It was not a bad bunt by Chambliss, except it stayed up in the air a little too long. 1 out, and now Greg Nettles the batter. Greg has walked and flied to right field. On deck, Sandy Alomar. Lee set. Pitch to Nettles. Swing and a miss that occurs. Strike one. Very exciting ball game, even though there have been just 8 hits in the game, 5 by the Red Sox, 3 for the Yankees. Lee comes to the belt. Another curve, bounce to first base. Yastrzemski up with it, goes to second. They got one, no chance for the double play. Yaz has made 2 fine plays, forcing runners at second base. One on a bunt, one on a slowly hit ground ball, 2 men are out. And now Sandy Alomar, who flied to right and lined to left field. Nettles at first with 2 out. No score, bottom of the 7th. On deck, Jim Mason. Lee comes to the belt, throw to first base, but Nettles back easily. Lee has a very good move to first base. Left-hander sets again. Pitch is line to right field, coming in and now going back to right field with one hand, and Evans makes the catch. A hard hit ball to right field, but for the Yankees, no runs, they hit, no errors, a man left, and at the end of 7, it's the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
As soon as we get further word, we'll pass it along to you, Phil.
All right, Juan Benitez on it back to Medic and swings and misses the curve here. He has also popped to first and bounced to third. One strike on Benitez. On deck, Carl Yastrzemski. Doc winds again, and the curve bounces off Munson's glove. First hitting the ground, then back to the screen, 1-1. I said it, Dancing Harry's really using up his whammies tonight. It's a scoreless deadlock here in the top of the 8th. On the outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. He struck him out. Thanks.
All right, the Orioles have scored 1 run. They're still batting in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Bumbry and Coggins were on with 1 out, and Blair singled to drive in run number 3 for Baltimore. So there are 2 men on, 1 out, and now Detroit leads 4-3. Single by Blair.
Hello again. Yaz, the batter, he is struck out line to left and single to right. Mercer made a great play to keep it to a single. All right, Doc gets the sign from Munson. First to Yastrzemski is a strike on the outside corner. Put the score up. It's 4-3, and Baltimore still batting in the bottom of the 9th, and Lolich is still in there. Time is called. Yaz heard that roar from the crowd, stepped out. He wanted to check the scoreboard, too. Red Sox are still in this pennant race. One out, nobody on. Top of the 8th, no score. Lined up by the doctor, and the curve is hit high in the air to left center. Piniella going back on the warning track. Makes the catch right against the fence. After he caught the ball, he bumped right into the left center field wall. Oh, man, it's a good thing we weren't up at Fenway Park. 2 outs.
I'll tell you the truth it is. I'll tell you something else about Piniella. He'll catch anything he gets to. He looked for the fence, caught that ball, 1 step, he hit the ball, it's been held on.
All right, 2 men out. Here's Dwight Evans, who has walked, singled, and sacrificed, so he's had a perfect night, 1 for 1. Pitch by Medic, a curve in the dirt, ball 1. Fastball gets all the way back to the screen. 2 balls, no strike. Medic now trying to bear down just a little harder. Got 2 out, nobody on. Of course, Doc's got to remember Evans, that home run he hit up at Fenway Park.
Hit that off a changeup, as I recall.
Yep. Oh, ball 3, 3-0.
All right, they have 2 outs in the bottom half of the 9th, and runners at 2nd and 3rd.
Oh, that's down in Baltimore.
Rick got a 2-2 pitch flying out, but the runners moved up after the catch. So runners at 2nd and 3rd and 2 outs.
All right, the 3-0 delivery. Ball 4, and Evans is on. He's been perfect tonight. 2 walks, a single, and a sacrifice. And with 2 out, the batter will be Fred Lynn, who has walked, bounced to 2nd, and pops to short. Let's see, after Rich, I believe Tommy Davis is the batter. Normally, Tommy Davis is the batter.
The dangerous man.
Yep. All right, the left hand hitting Fred Lynn up there with 2 out. Evans at first. The stretch by Medic. The pitch is inside, ball 1. Not taking a little extra time now as he looks around at his defense. Nicholas holding the bag against Evans. The pitch is lined up, base hit to right field. Mercer had to jump to get it on one bounce, fires it in, and holding it second is Evans. Mercer really uncorked the throw. We'll pause now for station identification. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
You're listening to the voice of information for the American Forces at 790 and 1420.
Well, we got bad news from Baltimore. The Orioles won it 5-4. Tommy Davis got a game-winning base hit to drive it 2-2.
All right, they got to get Dick McCall about now, and he fouls the first pitch off strike one. We mentioned Tommy Davis was a dangerous hitter, and he came through with runners at second and third. Wait till they post that score up there. This crowd will really moan and groan. Two men are out, 2 men on here, no score, top of the 8th. Stretch by Medic. Change up, hit in the air to shallow right center. Baseman coming on it. And base had it struck right next to him and made the play. A near collision, but Elliott made the play. No runs, a hit, no errors. 2 men left. And in the middle of the 8th, Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
And right here with Jim Mason due to bat, Alex Johnson comes out for the Yankees, and here's Phil Rizzuto.
All right, Alex Johnson batting for Jim Mason. Johnson on the air batting 287. The pitch to Alex is low ball 1, and they have just posted the score on the scoreboard. And what started off the cheers for Alex Johnson turned to boos for that score on the board. Pitch on the outside corner, it's 1-1. Now the Yankees really got to bear down. Win this ball game. Anything can happen. Still a lot of games to play. The 1-1 pitch. Bounce down the first base line, just foul. And Johnson getting an inside curveball, trying to knock it between Yastrzemski and the foul line. Yaz, as we told you, plays very wide of that foul line on right-hand batters. And almost did it. Alex would have had a Johnson. Alex would have had a Johnson. Alex would have had a double. Who's nervous, huh, Frank?
That's right.
The 1-2 pitch. Foul back off the screen. Still 1-2. Bill Lee has been battling Doc Medic pitch for pitch. He allowed just 3 hits to the Yankees. Shakes off one time. Now he's got the one he likes. Pitch. He held up. Holy cow, that was close. Look at Lee. He can't believe it. And now Alex Johnson asks the first base umpire, and Luciano says no. And Johnson and Popowski throw their hands up in the air. Alex started at the pitch. I don't believe he swung. Well, maybe I don't want to believe it, but he stopped the swing. The pitch was outside, and it's 2-2. Again, Lee shakes off his sign. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit the second base. Big hop to Griffin. He's up with a throw to first. They got him. 1 away. That'll bring up Roy White, who has struck out, bounced to short, and lined to right field. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out and nobody on, and no score in this ball game. Here's the pitch to Roy, and it popped up in the shallow center. Benitez moving in under it. Makes the catch, and there are 2 out. And now Elliott Maddox. Elliott is flying to right, walked, and double to right.
You know, throwing that ball game down in Baltimore, Lulich went all the way. He was the losing pitcher, and in losing, for the first time in his career now, he has lost 20 ball games.
Wow. Well, they beat 2 good pitchers in consecutive nights. Miller last night and Lulich tonight. All right, the pitch to Elliott is low ball 1.
Incidentally, Wayne Gardner Garland got the win in relief for Baltimore.
All right, so they got Grimsley off the hook on that one. The 1-0 pitch. The ground ball in the hole. Base hit left field. Nailed to name that hole between third and short. Maddox and Alley. Elliott, Maddox, 2 for 3 tonight, and a batter Bobby Mercer. All right, Bobby Mercer, the batter. Bobby is flying to center, hit into a double play, and bounced to second. And I'll take that birthday present right now from Bobby. Low and outside on the curve, and Lee and Montgomery don't believe it. But it's ball 1. Red Sox bench getting on the plate umpire, Art Friend. Maddox at first with 2 outs. On deck, Lou Piniella. The stretch. The curve is over the outside corner. It's 1-1. Lee gets the sign from Montgomery. Maddox not too big a lead at first. Curve low and outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. 2 men out, no score. Bottom of the 8th. Crowd booing the sign on the scoreboard about Tommy Davis' 2-out single driving in the 2 runs to beat the Tigers. The 2-1 pitch. Drive to right center, but Benitez is over there by the warning track and makes the catch in right center field. No runs, a base hit, no errors, a man left at the end of 8. It's the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
University of Pittsburgh running back Tony Dorsett needs only 23 yards against Southern California to break the school's rushing mark of 1,686 yards set by Marshall Goldberg in 1937. Oddly enough, Dorsett is only a sophomore. Garth Kennepol of Texas A&M has been named College Lineman of the Week. He starred in the upset victory registered by the Yankees over Louisiana State. And Oklahoma's Joe Washington leads the nation in rushing with an average of 156 yards a game. Virginia's Scott Gardner is Thompson passing with 573 yards. Veteran center Zelmo Beatty says he is going to move his address from Salt Lake City to Los Angeles. Beatty says he is finished with the Utah Stars of the ABA, and he has switched to the Los Angeles Lakers in the National Basketball Association. Beatty says he hopes to finish his career in Los Angeles. Well, a scoreless tie after 8 innings, and big game for both clubs. Let's go back now to Shea Stadium.
Now, while we have a chance, let's run down the National League. The Phillies beat the Mets 6-2 in the first game of the Twinsville. The Phillies lead 6-3 at the end of 5 in the second game. St. Louis 6, Pittsburgh 5. They're in the top half of the 5th at St. Louis. Montreal swept a doubleheader from the Cubs this afternoon, 7-1 and 3-2. And Cincinnati 4, Houston nothing at the end of 7. The other National League games are on the coast and have not yet started. And here we go to the 9th inning of a scoreless ball game, Phil.
All right, Rick Burleson lined a short single to center and bounced out to first base. The windup by Medic, and the pitch is low and inside, ball 1. Bouncer off foul off his foot. Nettles has it. Medic went over. It's 1-1. Fred Stanley has moved into play shortstop. One ball, 1 strike, nobody out. It'll be Burleson, Griffin, and Montgomery here in the top of the 9th. The bottom 3rd of the Red Sox order. All right, Burleson back in the batter's box. Medic winds. And the curve is over the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Doc gets the sign from Munson. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeouts for the doctor. One away.
And Phil, we have the attendance figure tonight. 23,104. So in their first year at Shea, the Yankees' final attendance figure for the season is 1,273,075. Their largest home attendance in 10 years.
That's right. Since 64, the last pennant the Yankees won. And we're going to have a pinch hitter. Frank, you recognize that gentleman?
Looks like Cecil Cooper.
Okay, he's going to bat for Doug Griffin. Cooper's a left-hand batter. He's making Medich wait out there. Doc doesn't like it. All right, Cooper steps in, batting .266 with 22 doubles, a triple, 8 homers, and 41 runs batted in. One out, nobody on at the top of the ninth, and no score. All right, Doc winds. The pitch to Cooper. The curve in there, strike one call. Cooper wanted to look at one pitch no matter what it was. He's taking that one all the way. Saw the curveball. He hasn't seen the fastball yet. And Doc delivers a fastball, a foul back to the screen, strike two. Now Doc walks back, rubs up the new ball. Ahead on two. Nods his head at the side. And the pitch inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mercer deep in right field. Doc shakes off a sign. The 1-2 pitch. Just inside off the glove of Thurman Munson. And the count is even at 2-2. I don't know whether that came through the webbing or not. Munson, I think, is going to need another glove. I think it did go right through the webbing of Munson's catcher's glove. And he's asking for another one. That would be a weird, dangerous play if there were men on. Thought he had the ball and went right through, broke the webbing.
I've seen Medich break a few bats tonight, but that's the first glove he's broken.
All right, the doctor with a 2-2 count on Cecil Cooper. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the ninth, no score. And the pitch outside, 3-2. So Cecil Cooper batting for Doug Griffin. That's a full count. The payoff pitch. Oh, ball 4. Munson thought it had hit the corner, but Cooper walked. And we're going to have the pinch hitter for Bob Montgomery. Bernie Carbo, I do believe.
That's who it is, Bernie Carbo.
The Carbo is batting .248. 18 doubles, 12 homers, and 60 runs batted in. Carbo also a left-hand batter. Darrell Johnson going to his bench here in the top of the ninth. So Doc goes to the rosin bag. There's a man on and 1 out. Gambler's holding the bag against Cooper. Doc sets and delivers. It's a strike on the outside corner. Doc down below the belt. Pitch is line to center field in for a big hit. Maddox fields it on 1 hop, and Cooper has to hold at second. So both pinch hitters come through. A walk by Cooper and a line single by Carbo. First and second, 1 out, and the batter now, Sammy Harper. Harper is single twice past the second and popped it short. Yankee bullpen going to work, Frank.
Well, the left-hander out there is Marky Lyle.
Right-hander looks like Dick Tidrow. But Meadows is the man. Cooper at second, Cabo at first. One man out, no score in the top of the ninth. Pitch to Hopper, the curve fouled and hit him right off the leg. Right line. Tommy Harper walking around, limping slightly outside the batter's box. Doc rubs up the new ball. Got his work cut out for him on deck. Juan Benitez. Curve bounce foul outside of third. And it's 0-2.
And we have a final score from Cleveland. The Indians have defeated Milwaukee 5-3. Jim Perry wins his 16th game of the year. Jim Clayton is the loser, 13-15.
All right, it's 0-2 on Hopper. No score, top of the ninth. Run is at first and second and one out. Stretch by Medic. Foul at the plate, and that ball bounced up and hit him in the chest. Hopper's getting hit all over by his own foul ball. This one hit him off the leg. This one bounced off the plate, bounced up, hit him in the chest. Nothing into the count, one out. Oh, Doc, well ahead of him. Checks Cooper. Curve is hit foul, deep, but foul, way foul, back into the second deck here in Shea. So Meadows has not wasted one pitch on Harper yet. Still 0-2, and Tommy's fouled off about 4 pitches. One man out. Doc shakes off the sign from Munson. Now he nods his head. Here's ready. Fastball foul back on the screen. Still 0-2. I don't know whether Doc has got a trick pitch left. He's thrown him everything. Fastball, sliders, curve. Cooper leads off second. Cabo off first. Doc delivers to Hopper a curve that's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Medic is ready. His pitch, curveball, bounce, play by Nettles, goes to second. What a play by Greg Nettles. Holy cow. He took a double away from Hopper and saved a run and got a 4th play.
That ball was by him. That's a play you'll see Brooks Robinson make. That's as fine a play as you can see down at third base. So that ball was actually by Nettles. He reached back to left field and smothered that one and still got his 4th play at second base. Unbelievable.
It really was, and Bill Burton's walking out to the mound with Juan Benitez coming up. I tell you, that could be a division title save by Greg Nettles right there. Wow. Burton just wanted to have a chat with Medic and Munson, and Medic talks with Stanley because there's a possibility of a double steal here. With Cooper at third and Hopper at first, Benitez the batter. Yankees also have to be alert for a 2-out bunt attempt by Benitez. Juan is 0 for 4 in the ball game. He bunted back to Medic, popped to first, bounced to third, and struck out. And the cry of defense goes up up by the crowd. Then it's set. The pitch, he tries to put, takes the strike, and then he just jumps up and down. He thought the ball was low. And now all the crowd chanting defense. Boy, this is great when you hear this. Dancing Harry leading the crowd. The stretch by Medic. The pitch. Up with Medic. The doctor has been ahead of every hit of this inning. And now Nettles wants to talk with Munson. Greg might think he's got the steal sign, and maybe the Red Sox might try something. Wants to know exactly what Munson's going to do, whether he'll throw through or throw back to Medic or just hold the ball.
I look down there at third. Don Zimmer, while they had the conference, went over and may have changed the sign now as he talks to the runner at third.
All right, Frank. Nothing into the count. 2 out, 2 on, no score, top of the ninth. The stretch by Medic. The pitch, curve just outside. Jump-breaking pitch by Medic, just missed the corner. A ball and 2 strikes. Luciano said no, he did not swing, and I want to say this. The only way we'll ever know is if we were on TV with the slow motion replay, but we don't have it tonight. Now, Medic has got to collect himself. He gets very upset with certain calls. Got to forget about that one. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Runners at first and third leading away. The stretch. And the pitch. Fly ball, center field. Let's get to it. Elliott Maddox is under it. And makes the catch. And listen to that crowd. No runs, a base hit, no errors, 2 men left. In the middle of the ninth, the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Birmingham puts its 11-1 record and perhaps the lead in the World Football League Central Division on the line against the Portland Storm tonight. Portland, winless in its first 9 outings, has since won 3 straight. The Americans hold a 1-game edge on the Memphis Southmen, who take the league's top offensive show to Shreveport, Louisiana tonight against the transplanted Houston Texans. In other games, Jacksonville is at Southern California, and the Philadelphia Bell takes on the Hawaiians in Honolulu. Robert Holmes, a former running back with the Kansas City Chiefs, Tuesday signed a contract with the Portland Storm of the WFL. He will be in uniform tonight against Birmingham, backing up Marv Kendricks at one running back spot. Well, it was 5-4, as we told you earlier, Baltimore over Detroit. Wayne Garland came on in relief in the 6th inning and didn't allow a run the rest of the way to win his 5th against 5 losses. Mickey Lolich, as you heard for the first time in his career, now a 20-game loser. He has lost 16 and only 10,552 on hand at Memorial Stadium to cheer the Birds on towards a possible pennant. Another small crowd as usual in Baltimore.
Well, we'll go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Rookie Tim Blackwell has come on to catch for the Boston Red Sox. Mario Guerrero has come in to play shortstop, and shortstop Rick Burleson has moved over to play second base. And Dancing Harry is dancing on the dugout roof, and the crowd loves it. Uh-oh, he hit that slippery spot down there on the roof of the dugout, and, well, you know what? But he's right back up again. Well, the Yankees win this one here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Dancing Harry will have to get an assist. And the Yankee players come out of the dugout to look at and laugh at Dancing Harry. And if you don't know who Dancing Harry is, that's all we can tell you. He is Dancing Harry.
All right. His real name, Marvin Cooper. And he really put the whammy on Bill Lee there. The double whammy. And if it doesn't win this inning, we go into overtime. Lou Piniella leads it off. Lou has walked, doubled, and flied to center. Bottom of the Garcia popped up. Shallow left, Booth pounds it down on the ground. And under it, the collision, and holding on to it is the shortstop. Holy cow.
That was awfully close. Guerrero went back. It looked like the left fielder, Fred Lynn, was trying to call him off the ball. Evidently, Guerrero didn't hear him. Let's pause quickly for station identification. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
This is American Forces Radio at 790 and 1420.
Well, we have just a moment as time is called by the umpires down around third base. And let's take a quick look at the National League. The Pirates have tied the Cardinals with a run in the top half of the fifth inning. It's tied 6-6. And again, those changes, Guerrero at shortstop, Burleson over at second base, and Blackwell catching for the Boston Red Sox.
All right, we're ready to go. Munson ready to step in. Some fan threw a bottle out in the field, and the special caught him that time and took him right out of the ballpark. All right, Munson the batter. Pitches them and swinging a foul, strike one. Munson has hit into a double play, walked and singled. Well, Cincinnati beat Houston 4-1. So they're still alive. Lee's pitch to Munson into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Munson drops the base hit into center field. With one out here in the bottom of the ninth inning. And it will bring up Chris Chambliss. That's the fifth hit for the Yankees. Chambliss has bounced it short, flied to left, and bunted into a fourth play.
Now the Red Sox have the bullpen up. The right-hander appears to be Diego Segui, and the left-hander Bob Beal.
All right, the stretch by Lee. Takes the Chambliss. Outside, ball one. Yastrzemski holding the bag against Munson. Greg Nettles on deck. No score, bottom of the ninth. Kerr popped up, and third baseman McAuliffe is under it in fair territory. Makes the catch, and they're at 2 away. And now, with 2 out in the bottom of the ninth, the batter, Greg Nettles. Greg has walked, flied to right, and bounced into a fourth play. 2 out in the bottom of the ninth, no score. Lee set, and his curve swing and a foul back, and Nettles had a good rip at a high curve ball. Lee got away with a pitch right there. He's been keeping the curve on left-handers down and away, but he got that one up. Quick throw to first, Thurman is back. Lee thought he had caught Thurman dreaming a little bit, but Thurman was on the ball. He comes to the belt. Pitch fouled and back of the plate, strike 2. Man, I tell you, nerve-wracking ball games here. Anytime the Yankees and the Red Sox meet. Here off Fenway Park. Remember, Baltimore has already won their game 5-4. A comeback win the second night in a row for the Tigers. Rather, for the Orioles. Struck him out. He threw the fastball by him. No runs, they hit, no errors, a man left. And at the end of the ninth, it's the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing.
Let's take a look now at standings, or not standings, but action now in the National League. Updating the big ball game at St. Louis. After 4.5, Pittsburgh and St. Louis tied at 6-6. However, Kenny Reese has just homered in the bottom of the fifth with a man on, his 7th of the year, to make it now at least an 8-6 Cardinal lead over the Pittsburgh Pirates. John Moreland came on in the 4th inning for Pittsburgh. He's still in there. Al Roboski came on in the 5th for the Cardinals, and he is now pitching. Manny Sanguillen had a 3-run homer for the Pirates in the 1st inning. Cincinnati 4-1 over Houston to keep their faint hopes alive in the West. Clay Kirby the winner. Larry Dierker was the loser there. Warm-ups are in Los Angeles. It'll be Thompson against Jeff Zahn of the Dodgers. In San Diego, it'll be Mike Caldwell going for San Francisco. Joe McIntosh for the Padres. The Expos will prepare from the Cubs this afternoon, 7-1 and 3-2. Philadelphia in the first of a twilight are 6-2 over the Mets. They lead the second after 6.5, 6-3.
Doc Medich will be working to Carl Yastrzemski, Dwight Evans, and Fred Lynn. In extra inning ball games, the Yankees have won 6 and they have lost 6. The Boston Red Sox have won 10 and they have lost 7 in extra innings. The batter is Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski tonight is 1 for 4. Struck out, line to left, single to right, fly deep to left field. They shade him around to the right side. And the Yankee bullpen stays loose. Now it's Cecil Upshaw up with the left-hander. Curveball misses. One ball and no strikes. Red Sox bullpen sit down after Lee gets the last man in the ninth. Next pitch Diaz outside, ball 2. So Medich gets behind 2-0 on Yastrzemski. Yankees no runs on 5 hits. The Red Sox no runs on 7 hits. Doc Medich is ready to work. Rocks back and the pitch. Fastball is outside. Ball 3. Medich has walked 5 men in the ball game. 2 in the first, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and 1 in the 9th. His 3-0 pitch to Diaz is in for a call strike. Yastrzemski was taking it all the way, and the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Diaz has stepped out. Time held. Now he's back in. No score here in the 10th inning. Medich offers again. Yaz pops it up. Behind the plate, Munson coming back toward the screen. Throws the mask away. Makes it. Jackson is 1 down. Munson threw his mask all the way into the Boston Red Sox dugout. So Yastrzemski is down 1 away. And it'll bring up the right fielder, Dwight Evans. They switch around out of the Yankee bullpen now. Dick Tidrow gets up and starts throwing. Evans is 1 for 1. He fouls 1 back, and that'll be out of play right in front of us on the screen. Or into the crowd. They let it get away. No balls and a strike. Evans has walked twice, single, and sacrifice. 1 out, nobody on. Scoreless game in the 10th inning. Medich rocks over the rubber. Has a fastball low. Evans ran up in front of the plate and took it. 1 ball and 1 strike. In only 1 inning, and the Red Sox had as many as 2 base hits. That was in the 4th. The doctor kicks and deals. The pitch is in for a called strike, and it's 1-2. All 7 Boston hits have been singles. Of the Yankees 5, 2 doubles, 1 by Maddox and 1 by Pinella. But neither team has scored. Medich has his side from Munson. And offers, pitches foul, straight back by Evans. Few balls thrown in and rubbed up by Doc Medich. And his 1-2 pitch. Side armor is over, but low, 2-2. And here's the score. Bill White really should give you. The Cardinals scored 3 runs in the 5th, and now lead Pittsburgh by a score of 9-6.
I ain't worried about those guys. I'm worried about these guys.
You know, figured Mr. Clemens, and we got to keep him up on that National League race, too. And here's the 2-2, struck him out. Swing and a miss. And Doc Bennett picks up his 6th strikeout. 2 down, and Fred Lynn, the batter, left-hand hitter. He has walked, grounded to second, popped to short, and ripped a single into right field. The windup, and pitch is way outside, ball 1. Again, Baltimore has edged Detroit 5-4. Tommy Davis did it with a 2-out, 2-run single in the bottom half of the ninth. Pitch is high and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Fred Lynn. The windup, and the pitch is way outside, ball 1. Again, Baltimore has edged Detroit 5-4. Tommy Davis did it with a 2-out, 2-run single in the bottom half of the ninth. Pitch is high and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Fred Lynn. Redditch works it in, and it's outside, ball 3. I don't think, Bill, the Orioles could have wanted anybody in their lineup up any more in that situation than Tommy Davis.
I understand first base is open too, Frank. They could have walked Davis.
And the next pitch coming, low, ball 4, and Lynn walks on 4 pitches. So Redditch has now walked his 6th man. And Dick McAuliffe will step in, another left-hand batter. McAuliffe is 0 for 4, fly to left, fly to center, grounded out to second, and fly to center again. There's some talk that McAuliffe may consider retiring after this season. We heard that report in the press box tonight. First pitch to him, fastball inside, ball 1. McAuliffe had said he would retire before this season started if he didn't get traded closer home.
Well, I guess he'll retire too home now. Went from Detroit to Boston, closer home. Now he'll go right on home.
If that report is true, we understand it is. All right, 1-0 pitch to him. Here comes. Inside, gets through Munson. That should be a wild pitch. And so ruled by Dick Young, the official score. So now the Red Sox have a runner at second with 2 outs. 2 balls and no strikes on McAuliffe. Dancing Harry again. Nobody's leaving their seat in this ballpark tonight. No score here in the 10th. And the 2-0 pitch to McAuliffe. Here it is. Curve is ripped foul past first. We talk about Dancing Harry. His name is really Marvin Cooper. From down in Baltimore, or was. I think maybe he makes his home here in New York now. Somebody told me he moved up here. Fred Stanley tries to sneak in behind Fred Lynn, but Lynn sees him coming and ducks back toward the bag. Now Redditch comes set, and the 2-1 pitch to McAuliffe. Here it is. Down low, the breaking ball, 3-1. Rick Burleson, the second baseman, is on deck. Trying to chase Lynn back. It doesn't work. Redditch looks back at second. His pitch on the inside corner with a breaking ball. The count is full. 3-2 on McAuliffe. Scoreless game. 10th inning. 2 outs. Win at second. And the payoff pitch to McAuliffe. Here it is. He fouls it away. away down the left side. Nettles gives chase, but no play. Stanley also chasing after it. That's an exciting ball game. And a very good crowd here tonight, Bill. Of course, the Shea Stadium special, very alert. One guy threw a bottle on the field, and he was quickly pounced upon as they saw him. 3-2 pitch coming to McAuliffe. It's high, and he walks him. 7 walks given up by Bennett. The Red Sox have runners at first and second, with Rick Burleson coming up. Burleson started out at shortstop. He's now playing second base. Burleson has had 1 hit in 4 trips. Lined out his first trip, single, bounced out the first, and struck out. So Medich with 2 on and 2 gone is ready to work to Burleson. The pitch to him, bouncing ball, his left side, fielded by Stanley, fires to Alomar. They have the 4th and second, and then retires to side. The call of his 4th, 6-4. And in the 10th, no run, no hit, 2 walks, 2 left. In the middle of the 10th inning, it's the Yankees nothing and the Red Sox nothing.
Okay, let's again run down the American League scoreboard for you while we have a chance. The Chicago doubleheader in Texas was postponed because of wet ground. The Baltimore Orioles in the big win in thus so far. 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th to defeat the Tigers 5-4. Wayne Garland, the winner, 5-5. Mickey Lolich, for the first time in his career, loses 20. He has won 16. Cleveland 8-3 over Milwaukee. Jim Terry, the winner, is 16-12. Jim Slayton, the loser, is 13-15. After 8 full, California is leading Kansas City 3-0. Andy Hassler started for the Angels. Orlando Pena came on in the 7th. Nelson Briles, the starter for the Royals. Steve Menguri also in the 7th frame. To start in about 15 minutes, Minnesota at Oakland. The schedule of the starters in that contest: Bert Blyleven, 16-16 to go for the Twins. And it'll be either Catfish Hunter, 24-12, or Glenn Abbott, who has a record of 5-5 on the hill for the Western Division leading Oakland A's.
Well, bottom half of the 10th inning, Sandy Alomar will lead off. Then Fred Stanley would be due up. Sandy Alomar is 0 for 3. Hit the ball hard twice, line to left, line to right, and fly to right field. And the first pitch to him from Bill Lee. He bluffs the bunt, takes high away. Ball 1. Lee studies the sign from Blackwell. Kicks and offers. Strike call. Alomar was taking all the way, even though he shortened up on the handle of the bat. And the Red Sox bullpen is up again. Beal, the left-hander, Segui, the right-hander. The pitch. Alomar takes an inside fastball, 2-1. Looked like Sandy was looking for a breaking pitch, but something away and almost got hit. He had to rock back quickly. 2-1. No score. 10th inning. Lee takes off a couple of times, gets another one, and the pitch upside, ball 3, 3-1. Fred Stanley is on deck. Lee ready to work the 3-1 pitch in, and it's high, ball 4. Alomar is on. Fred Stanley will be batting for the first time in the game. He's hitting 200. The Red Sox will look for the bunt. As Yastrzemski is ready to charge in from first, and McAuliffe from third. Back there coming. Here's the pitch in front of him, the first base side. Yastrzemski, bare hand pickup, goes back to first. Gets Stanley, and Alomar goes to second. A little bit of a dangerous play there by Yastrzemski, grabbing that ball barehanded. He looked at second base, so he had no play on Alomar, and threw to the second baseman Burleson covering first. A 3-4 sacrifice, and now it's up to Roy White. ball comes back, and now Lee is going to come down toward the plate. He wants to talk to him again.
Well, we've got a base open, Frank. Of course, Elliot Maddox is next up, and then Bobby Mercer. I haven't seen Darrell Johnson make any signs. It also looks like they're going to pitch to White, even though first base is open here.
Roy is over 4. Struck out, grounded out, line to right field, and fly to center. Brown right in this ball game now with a runner at second and one away. Lee steps back off the rubber. And Blackwell to go through the signs again. Alomar takes his lead. There's the stretch. The look back by Lee and his pitch to Roy White. Swung on, full bouncer. Third base side of the mound. Lee has it, throws, safe. White is safe. High bouncer. Roy White running for all he was worth. Leaps to throw at first base. It's an infield hit. Alomar to third. White at first. And now it is up to Elliot Maddox. And Darrell Johnson is coming out. Well, a fly ball now to get the run home.
Well, he hurt himself on that play, Frank. He got over and got the ball in plenty of time. For some reason, he looked to third base. And by the time he spun around and threw the ball at first, really running for his life down that first base line was Roy White. And he made that play easily. But I believe Leo had a chance if he got the ball and would have immediately to first base. Gets down this far, you got to play what we call safety first baseball. You got to get that sure out.
Well, Darrell Johnson is out there talking to his pitcher and catcher at second baseman. And played on by Art Francis. He is dropping on the conversation. Now, whenever they've set up, Burleson, the second baseman, goes over to Charles Guerrero, the shortstop. And now they call McCollum into the mound. And he's talking to Lee and Blackwell. Elliot Maddox will be the batter.
They have some options, Frank. They could walk Maddox, a right-handed batter, to load the bases up and set up a fourth out at every base. Then they would have a left-handed lead pitching commercial. They could bring in Bob Neal, or they go on to pitch to Maddox and drive in a double play, but that's pretty dangerous.
Right, the Yankees hold the Major League record for sacrifice flies in the season. And one right now would do it. They play the infield back better than halfway. And here's the pitch. Maddox swings, ground ball, third base, just ball game's over. Elliot Maddox rips one through the left side of the infield. Alomar scores, gets a fair hug from Bobby Mercer, and the Yankees win it 1-0. So the band on the run, Bill, is still right in it. Trailing Baltimore by 1/2 game. Coming through here in the ninth inning on a clutch single by Elliot Maddox. So after all the defensive conferences, Maddox rips the first pitch through the shortstop hole, drives at Alomar. That was the third hit of the ball game for Maddox, and it's all over with the Yankees winning by a score of 1-0. And here with the totals and the highlights is Bill White.
All right, Franklin. They went 10 innings, and finally in the 10th inning, Sandy Alomar coaxed the walk from left-hander Bill Lee. He was sacrificed to second base. An excellent punt by Fred Shanley. Then Roy White hit a high chopper down the third baseline. Bill Lee, the pitcher, got the ball. For some reason, looked at third. So he had no chance there. He whirled and threw to first base, but not in time to get White. Then the Red Sox decided with runners at first and third, only went out to pitch to Elliot Maddox. And Maddox hits the first ball thrown to him in the hole between the third baseman and the shortstop with a game-winning run batted in, and the Yankees won it 1-0. The Yankees 1 run on 7 hits, no errors. The Boston Red Sox, no runs. They also got 7 hits, and they committed no errors. I think the fans here saw a pretty good ball game. The winning pitcher, Doc Bennett, he's now 19-14. The loser, Bill Lee, he's 17-14.
So, a quick look at the standings now. Baltimore is 85-71. The Yankees are 85-72, and remain that half game out and that one game down. Only one back in the all-important loss column. The Red Sox now are 4 back in the all-important loss column. The Yankees only have, the Orioles only have 6 to go. So, any 3 wins by Baltimore or 3 losses by the Red Sox would eliminate Boston. So their hopes have just about faded away. Quickly, let's check another big game before wrapping it all up in the National League. The Cardinals and the Pirates. St. Louis got 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning and 2 on a home run by Kenny Reach to go on top 9-6. The Pirates, however, have just jumped right back with 2 runs in the top of the 6th against relief ace Al Rabosky. It is now 9-8. St. Louis leading Pittsburgh. They have completed 5 1/2 innings of play. The Cardinals are 1 back in the loss column in the National League East. This broadcast was authorized and the rights granted by the Red Sox and Yankees and was intended solely for the entertainment of the AFRTS listening audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the description and accounts of this game without the express written permission of the Red Sox and Yankees is prohibited. Again, our thanks to Yankee broadcasters Frank Messer, Bill Rizzuto, and Bill White for the description of tonight's game. The final score in 10 frames, in a thriller, New York 1 and Boston 0. Army Sergeant Preston Cross speaking, along with our engineer Ernie Gamble, saying this has been a presentation of AFRTS Sports in Washington. This is the American...